BNC, America's Black News Channel. Watch 15 minutes. Share with everyone. Finally, news that speaks to us.
1 in 4 students, that's how many foreign students in Ukraine, are from African countries. They faced hostility and discrimination as they try to flee that country during the Russian invasion. One of the organizations helping to get black migrants out of Ukraine is called I Love Black People. And Sinclair Skinner is the CEO and co-founder of that organization. As you can see, he wears his message on his chest. He's on the ground force in Poland. So how are you doing right now? How is your organization doing when it comes to getting African students out of Ukraine?
Well, we're a tech startup, so we're helping assistance, the wonderful brothers and sisters already on the ground doing the work. We've partnered up with African Connect TV out of Poland, as well as a host of other African-led organizations, and providing technical assistance to help them database a lot of these places that are allowing safe travel for all our people who are coming from the war and the racism of Ukraine. So really, we're at the border right now of Medica, where literally some of the students from Sumy are coming, and we're making sure that they get access to the information they need so they can find safe travel and safe spaces throughout Poland while they're matriculating back to their home or to other universities. So it's really been about us helping the folks who are already doing the amazing work on the ground that sometimes don't get recognized because they're not these large NGOs. These are just, students in Poland are actually mobilizing for students that are coming from Ukraine. So we really appreciate, we've got brothers and sisters from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Congo, literally from all over Africa. These students are literally showing how much they care about their brothers and sisters who are escaping the war and racism in Ukraine. It's been a great experience, and very cold though, very, very cold.
Mr. Skinner, you described the racism in Ukraine. We know about the problems these students have been having getting out, but we haven't heard anybody really describe what it is like to be either African or African American, for that matter, inside Ukraine. What are the stories that you're hearing as these people come out?
Facing, again, racism is one of those things you would think under a war situation, no one would have time to be racist, but people have decided to show their, the ugly faces in that regard. And what happens is they're denied access to the same provisions that other people who are escaping the war-torn areas. So that's access to transportation. Right now, the government of Poland has been very helpful in saying that anybody fleeing the Ukraine situation can access their trains for free. Well, sometimes when black passengers try to access those trains, they're told they got to pay, or they're not provided the same information about opportunities as some of the other folks who are fleeing. There are blonde hair, blue-eyed, or you have, more traditional European features. So what we're trying to do is make sure that our people have good information, timely, accurate, and relevant information that allows them safe travel, and they can make them the provisions that have been established by some of these agencies so that they can be safe just like their counterparts of European descent.
Are we seeing the ugly underbelly in Europe that has been there that nobody wants to talk about? I remember when I was in Paris a couple of years back, I saw it there. When I was in Italy a couple of years back, I saw it there. They don't like immigrants, African immigrants. There are large swaths of Europe that didn't like Syrian migrants coming in. Is the fact that the people coming in from Ukraine look more like the people in Poland helping to make this more of a global issue, and the fact that the African immigrants don't look like the people in Ukraine, making it more difficult or more normal, I guess, for them to get out of the country?
Yeah, I mean, we see this. We know there's wars actually going on right now in Africa and other regions of the world, and the victims aren't white. The victims look like us. So we know there's not a opportunity to show those faces, and also not to show the victim, to show that there are black faces that are actually helping. One of the things I wanted to make sure is that in this crisis is that the black faces of the local brothers and sisters that are African immigrants are helping fellow African immigrants. Like literally, we're not waiting for anyone to save us. When I got here, it was literally brothers and sisters already doing this work. All I did was add a voice, add resources to that action, and our people are courageous. Literally, when you're an immigrant already, you have very few resources. for these brothers and sisters that take off from their job, that take off from the university, and actually